Hello, NWOBHM-era here. Now, we've had, over the past few days, haven't we, I've done a number of videos on obscure new wave of British heavy metal bands that have been rediscovered and their stuff put out on limited edition CDs. Just to name the recent four, we've had Turbo, Torture, Wolf and Clientele. And now that run continues because we can add Radium to the list. Oh yes, here's another one. Before I tell you about it, if you wouldn't mind doing me a little tiny favour, and that is subscribing to the channel, because that'd be big help, really would. So please do subscribe if you wouldn't mind. But back to Radium. And I received an email a couple of days ago from Sonic Age Records. You know, they're very good at sending regular emails with stuff that they've got in stock. And I noticed that Radium was listed under the New Wave of British Heavy Metal section. Always a welcome thing to see. New under the radar NWOBHM from the old days. Anyway, Radium, can't tell you too much about them because they weren't around too long. They formed in around about 1980 in Nottinghamshire, not too far down the road from where I live. And together with some other local bands, they formed what you might call a sort of a loose collaboration, which became known as the East Midlands Bands Cooperative. And the other bands involved in that were some other local bands to Radium, namely Rage Against Time, Hell and Parallax. All right, and they sort of acted together, mutual support network. They'd do things like share equipment, try and arrange gigs together, which is not a bad idea because it all helps with the cost, doesn't it? And as with many other original new wave of British heavy metal era bands at the time, all struggling to get a name, all struggling to find a recording deal, the template was, and Radium followed it, independently release a single, which Radium did. I think there were 500 copies back then, so if you've got one, it's probably worth a mint now. And that single comprised of 3 tracks, and it was entitled Through the Smoke. All right, limited budget. The production wasn't great, though it did show some not inconsiderable promise and quite a lot of musical variety in those 3 tracks as well. Angel of Fear is nicely heavy, straight ahead. Some really effective lead guitar work as well. Quite a chunky number. Dusty Road's a bit weird, I think. Sort of a extended ballad, I think. But, again, variety. And then we've got the mostly instrumental Making Changes, which now feels a bit jazzy in parts. So, they could do all sorts good Radium. But, unfortunately, that single was about as good as it got for them. They didn't last too much longer after that, and became yet another band in the burgeoning early 1980s new wave of British heavy metal scene that got lost in the crowd, really, I suppose you could say. However, here we are in May 2025, and Faster and Louder Records have a limited edition of 300 CDs. There's only 300 of them, which comprises of that Radium's EP from 1981, Through the Smoke, together with a live performance from around about the same time, in which they blast through a set on home turf. If you would like to bag a copy before they've gone, I will put links below in the description to Faster and Louder Records, and also to Sonic Age Records, who sent the email to me about it. And there are no doubt other outlets available if you employ your search engine of choice to have a look for it. But anyway, that's Radium, obscure NWOBHM release. It's limited to 300 copies, but again, it's another band from the NWOBHM days who didn't make it for all sorts of reasons. But again, I say, they just got lost in the crowd, really. So that's Radium, and I wonder who'll be the next under the radar NWOBHM era band to be rediscovered in this fashion. Alright, that's it. Until next time, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, take care, and please do subscribe to the channel before you disappear. Alright, bye.